How much would SSI get? Supplemental Security Income. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, we're specifically focusing on SSI, Supplemental Security Income. Now recently, I was out in a separate video talking about Social Security and SSDI, and in that video, I said I would be coming back for a dedicated video on SSI. So here I am with the dedicated video. Now I do want to talk about some recent projections that have been released and how this would translate into an increase to your SSI benefit, as well as how much that increase would be and how much your monthly benefits would be going forward. So let's get into it and talk through all those details, as well as the very important numbers that you need to know. However, really quickly before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you every single day, no matter what, watching all the details, hitting the wire, doing the research, and breaking it all down into these short videos. As we all completely understand, things are changing very rapidly right now. It's a very busy, confusing, and uncertain time, and again, I want to help you out in any way that I possibly can, pointing out anything out there right now for the low income and fixed income and how it may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, and of course, your bank account. So again, thanks so much for joining me. I'm here for you every single day. That's my promise, and as always, I'm sticking to it, so please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward, and let's get into it and talk about the new projections that have been released and how this translates into your SSI benefit and how much your checks would be based on these most recent projections. All right, so now in this video, I know I'm going to see it down below in the comment section. Some people reach out and say, why are you talking about this? This is so far away. I agree. I know it is still a pretty long time from now. However, let's talk about this for just a second here. This directly relates to your monthly benefit. Your monthly benefit is your monthly income. Is that pretty important? I think we all probably agree. It's very, very important. So I'm not sure about you, but for me, I want to watch all this stuff very closely to see how is this going to impact me? How is this going to impact checks going forward? All of the details like this, I want to know all this stuff. So even though these are projections as of now, we got to understand this, because here's the thing. This is coming sooner than later. And again, those official numbers will be coming out soon. As a result of that, we probably want to know this because it directly relates to your monthly benefit. All right, so in that video recently, where I was talking about Social Security and SSDI, I was talking about how much checks would be based on the most recent projections, where they're now saying the annual cost of living adjustment, or the COLA raise next year in 2024, is likely going to be around 3%. Now, obviously, this is not official. This is not written in stone yet, and those official numbers will be out here in the next few months, or what I should say is we'll start collecting those official numbers. That's what I meant to say, okay? We will be collecting the official numbers to be based on how much the COLA will be here over the next handful of months here. Well, as a result of that, we probably want to watch these numbers very closely, especially the projections leading up to this, because this will ultimately impact your monthly benefit, okay? So as a result of that, I want to talk through the details as far as how much a 3% COLA would be for your monthly benefit as an SSI beneficiary based on the maximum benefit right now, okay? So I'm going to give you some examples based on the maximum benefit right now in 2023 of $914 a month, okay? So now, obviously, I get it. Not everybody receiving SSI gets the maximum benefit. But again, we can come back and calculate those numbers differently based on, other people's benefit amount. But again, I'm going to be calculating based on the $914 maximum benefit right now and illustrating exactly what this looks like, because 3%, it's not bad, but honestly, it's not good either, okay? So we'll clearly see what's going on here. And then again, I want to talk about the details and what this actually means going forward, as well as, kind of one of the major downfalls behind a little 3% increase. All right, so let's walk through the numbers really quickly here. Now, obviously, right now, the maximum benefit is $914 a month for an SSI beneficiary, okay? Based on those numbers, applying a 3% cost of living adjustment for next year in 2024, and again, I know, still a long time from now, I get it, but we still want to watch this very closely. Applying a 3% increase to those benefits would be a $27 per month increase, taking benefits from $914 a month up to $941 a month is what it would be, adding that $27 based on a 3% increase. Now, will the increase actually be 3%? We don't know. These are projections as of now. We don't know what the COLA will be quite yet, but this is just what they're saying as of right now, the preliminary information, their projections as of now. It could adjust higher, it could adjust lower. We're not really sure, okay? Now, let me point this out for you as well. Over the course of the entire year, the $27 per month would actually translate into $327 more across the entire year. That's not very much. $327 more through the course of the entire year from this little 3% COLA. Again, we'll take it. We'll gladly take it. It's not a whole lot, though. And let's all be real. How much does $327 really get you these days? Doesn't get you much, right? Maybe a couple months worth of utilities, maybe a month or month and a half's worth of food. I mean, it's just literally not that much, right? So anyway, that's what it comes out to be. So this is in the event of a 3% COLA. Now remember, we also know that these are just projections. If it adjusts higher, now obviously that would actually increase benefits a little bit more. If it adjusts lower, then obviously this number would be a little bit less than that. But these are the projections of what they're saying. But I want to point something else out really quickly. Okay, so they're telling us it's potentially a 3% COLA. Okay, got it. But here's the thing. Is inflation higher than 3% right now? Depends who you ask. If we ask all of us here in this community, I think we'd all probably agree inflation is significantly higher. I think all of us would be crossing our fingers saying, I wish inflation was only 3% right now, right? I think we all understand that inflation and price increases on a lot of things out there that we're all buying on a regular basis. And we're not even out buying, crazy things. We're buying the regular stuff. Paying for rents, paying for healthcare, paying for utilities, paying for groceries, all kinds of stuff like this. Nothing special, nothing too crazy, nothing exciting, right? Well, as a result of that, I think we all clearly know that inflation is significantly higher than 3%. So we'll have to see how this whole thing shakes out here over the next few months. And remember, July, August, and September are the three very important months that we need to watch closely because those are the month in which the annual cost of living adjustment will be adjusted by based on the inflation numbers out of those 3 months, okay? Now I get it. We're still a little ways from that as of right now as I record this video, but it's not that far out. I mean, realistically, it's really not that far away, right? And as a result of that, we'll need to watch because the leading months coming up to these months here, as in what is inflation doing as we lead up to the very important months where we're gathering this data, it's going to it's basically going to predicate what's going to happen during the months where they collect that data, right? So that's what we have to watch very closely going forward as well. So again, this whole inflation thing, remember, about 2 years ago, it was in about mid-2021 or so, give or take a few months. I don't remember exactly the months that it came out. But the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, and the Chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, these two were out saying, oh, don't worry, everybody. Inflation is transitory. In other words, transitory being short-term. It's going to be around for just a very short amount of time, and then it'll just be whisked away. Well, guess what? Here we are 2 years later, and inflation is still very high based on the metrics that they look at, as in they want inflation to be around 2 to 2.5%. That is the benchmark. We're not even anywhere close to that. So 2 years later, they said it transitory inflation. Well, what kind of time frame were they looking at? Were they looking at the history of the world? Well, then, yeah, you're right. It is very transitory. It is very short term considering we're looking at hundreds of years, right? Yup. Well, I said the history of the world, you know what I mean? Like history of the United States, history of a lifetime. I mean, seriously, we're only talking about that, that many years. But when we're talking about at that time, then yeah, I guess they're right. A couple years of inflation is very low considering, hundreds of years of time. But I mean, realistically, this has not been a short-term thing. This has not been transitory. This inflation has been very, very drawn out. And I think a lot of us are getting very sick of it. I'm not sure about you, but I'm getting really sick of this inflation. All of these higher prices, it's so incredibly annoying. Everything that continues to go up and remain very high. That's another thing that's annoying about it too, is prices have not really come down. Maybe they haven't been increasing as significantly, and maybe they haven't continued to go up, but they're remaining high. Have you seen prices come down on anything other than gas and maybe eggs? I mean, let's just be real for a second, right? Eggs were very, very expensive a few months ago, and they've come down about 50%. Okay, fine. They're still expensive compared to where they were like 2 years ago when you could get a dozen eggs for like $1.29 or something. Not even anywhere close to that. You can get it for like $5 now, right? Anyway, just one example. Anyway, hope this one helps you. But again, like I said the other day, I would come back in a dedicated video. This is what it looks like based on a 3% COLA in the event it actually remains at that 3% projection. When we come together and get all the final details on this in the coming months here, we don't know quite yet, but this is what they're saying as of now. Hopefully it'll adjust higher, but if it adjusts higher, that also means that inflation has also gone up as well. So, pick what we want here. Do we want higher inflation or do we want a higher COLA? Well, it's all everybody's personal perspective, right? Whatever we want. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the best solution is here going forward. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. I know it's a rough time right now. I know it's tough, but seriously, we got to stick together through this time. It's a tough one out there. Either way, no matter what, I'll be here for you every single day. So enjoy, take care, have a good one, and catch you again later in the next